So have you noticed anything different about the radio lately? Maybe you're hearing a whole bunch of new stations, or the sound just seems way, way clearer. Well, you're not imagining it. There's a massive technological shift happening kind of quietly on our airwaves. It's a revolution that's changing radio forever, and we're going to break it all down.
Let's just start with a number, a really big number, nearly 150 million. What is that? Well, that's how many digital radio receivers have been sold across the world's key markets. So yeah, this is not some niche little gadget. It's a mainstream technology that has been steadily taking over, sometimes without us even realizing it.
So what exactly is this silent revolution? We're talking about the single biggest change to hit radio broadcasting in 100 years. No exaggeration. It's the move away from the analog FM that we all grew up with to a completely new digital standard.
And that new standard is called DAB+, which stands for Digital Audio Broadcasting Plus. Now, the easiest way to think about it is like the jump from old standard definition TV to high definition. It's that kind of leap. A leap in technology that gives you way more channels and just crystal clear, static-free sound. So for you, the person listening, it all really boils down to two simple things: a lot more choice and much clearer sound. But the difference those two things make? Well, it's anything but simple.
See, the old FM technology is just limited by its own nature. The airwaves, the spectrum, it's crowded. There's only so much room for stations. DAB+, on the other hand, is just so much more efficient. It uses digital compression to squeeze a whole lot more stations into the very same space. And this isn't just a little increase. We're talking about a total game changer. Let's just take the UK as an example. It's one of the most developed digital radio markets out there. On traditional FM, listeners can get just 7 national stations. 7. Okay, now switch over to DAB+, and that number just explodes to over 60. That is a massive expansion of choice, and it opens up the airwaves for everything from super niche music to specialized talk radio. So how did we get to 150 million of these things? The main reason might actually surprise you. It wasn't people rushing out to buy new kitchen radios. Nope, it was the auto industry. The car. The car became the tipping point for digital radio. It's not an optional extra anymore. If you're buying a new car anywhere in Europe, digital radio is now a standard feature. It's as common as air conditioning. The decision has pretty much been made for us as consumers.
And the saturation is just staggering. In big markets like the UK, France, and Italy, a whopping 98% of new cars come with DAB+ already built in. Germany is right up there at 95%. I mean, when a technology hits that level of adoption in new cars, its future really isn't in question anymore.
But, and this is a big but, it's not the same story everywhere you look. While the trend in our cars is totally clear, the overall adoption of digital radio is surprisingly uneven when you look at different countries and how people are actually listening. First off, let's just look at the infrastructure for drivers. Countries like Switzerland, Denmark, and Germany have poured money into this, and they've got nearly 100% DAB+ coverage along their major highways. That creates a totally seamless listening experience when you're on the move. But then you look at listening at home, and the picture is way more varied. In Norway, which actually switched off FM completely, 70% of homes have a digital receiver. But then contrast that with Italy, where the number is only 13%. So you've got this huge gap between the standard experience in a new car and how people are listening back at home.
Still, despite all these differences, the overall direction is clear. Radio's future is digital. And this is a global thing now. The expansion is moving way beyond just those early adopter countries in Europe.
You can really see the rollout happening in stages. DAB+ is already fully baked in places like Kuwait and Qatar. It's expanding like crazy across Europe, with great coverage now in Croatia and Poland. And now you've got emerging markets running trials all over, from Tunisia and Ghana in Africa to Indonesia in Asia. This really is a global story now. You know, for half a century, FM was the undisputed king of the airwaves. But as this digital revolution keeps rolling forward, it really makes you wonder, right? With all this new choice, new data capabilities, and a truly global reach, what will radio even sound like 50 years from now?